Hi, welcome back. So today I'm drawing this portrait, and the first thing I started by setting up my canvas. Actually, I didn't really have anything specific in mind. I just wanted to draw a girl with a calm, soft vibe. So I began sketching really roughly, just figuring out the structure, the placement of her face, shoulders, and her hair flow. All the basic stuff. I don't worry about details in the beginning. I just focus on shapes. Like, okay, that's where the head goes, that's where the hair falls, and maybe she's looking slightly to the side. Just random. It's messy, I know, but that's kind of fun part. Then, once the rough shapes felt right, I started building the facial features. Really lightly at first, I always start with the eyes and eyebrows to get the expressions. Then I move to the nose, lips, and then fix the proportions a little. And then I clean up all the rough lines that I have drawn at first. And then I try to fix my proportions. Maybe here I'm thinking that my eyes hair is looking a little small, so I'm just resizing it. Now it's looking fine, right? Okay. And by the way, I'm really sorry for the background noise. I'm staying in a hostel, so yeah, that's the reason, but please ignore that. So moving to the sketching part again, I am redrawing few strokes to give it a more depth in the sketch. And after the sketch felt right, I will make a new layer and then just clean up my whole sketch by redrawing it over the main sketch. I almost reduced its opacity around 50% so that it is visible but not that much. This part always feels so satisfying because suddenly it stops looking like a random scribble, and starts looking like an actual portrait, like I have a clear idea. So that's the reason. I love this process even more because I really like the sketching part, more than coloring. I love sketching, so I almost take more than a half time of mine to sketch it beautifully. I don't know if there's someone like me who likes sketching more than coloring. So, if any one of you like sketching even more than coloring, so comment below so I can get to know that there's someone like me who loves to spend her time on sketching, because I have heard few times that removing the sketching part and directly moving into the coloring part makes more sense, but for me it's totally opposite. I don't know if it's making either sense or not, but I have heard that, so whatever. So I'm almost done with the sketching part. Now after that I went straight into shading. So before adding colors, I always like to use gray tones first, just to understand how the light falls, like where the shadows will be, how deep I want them. It's kind of my planning step before coloring, so that you can understand how much shadows will be where, you know that makes so much sense. After you use these techniques, you can understand how much helpful it is. Here I am using gray color, but you can use any color as you want, because in the next step you can always change your grading colors by adding another layer and just clip mask it. And after that you can draw any color on that, and that will automatically set it on that color. So yeah, it's the learning process, so you will get it. So after setting in grays, I started adding real colors. I first kept the palette really warm and natural, a soft skin tone, a little blush on the cheeks, like I wanted in the way, and warm shadows to make everything look more alive. Then I worked on her hair. Oh my god, the hair color is looking really pretty for me. I used this reddish brown color because it just looked so beautiful and soft. And The strokes is also nice because the texture of the brush is really pretty. I hope you all are getting to see, right, like which brush I am using. I'm not mentioning that because you can always pause and see what brush and which size I'm using, so that's the reason. Right now, I am mostly using Procreate brushes, but few of my brushes are made by me. Like I have explored a little Procreate brushes, and I just resize it, and even I just customize it a little to made as I wanted it. Then after that, I moved to the outfit. I wanted something simple but contrasting, so I went with a muted blue stone, like nothing too bright, just calm, like it balances the warmth of the hair. Then I am filling the gaps that I am seeing on her hair, and then I will add the colors on her bangs. I think that's really looking nice on her, right? Then moving to the skin rendering part, creating another layer over the flat color of the skin, then adding blush color. Then I will smudge it for a smooth finish. Then after that I will add the color on her brows, not so dark and not so light, just something that feels real. Then adding shadows on her corner of her eyes, and after that I will add her lip color. I'm choosing something reddish pink because I think that's really going well. Then I will color her eyes. I'm thinking to color it blue. I hope that looks nice. I don't know why I always goes with blue color eyes. I think I'm obsessed with that. I don't know. But after finishing it, I'm really liking it. Like it is looking so contrasting with her face and also matching with her uh, top. So yeah, I am keeping it blue. So now I am almost done with her face rendering. A little more shadows, and of course, how can we forget the highlight part? So adding a little glow on the nose bridge, some under the eyes, and a soft highlight on the lips and also on her eyes. That makes the skin feel fresh and realistic. Once the face was done, I went back to the hair. My absolute favorite part, I used a darker brown shade with a hair rendering brush to add shadows. I chosen a kind of hair brush strokes that feels like real hair, so that it gives it a really smooth finish to the hair. And then started defining the hair flow and movement. I love how every little strand adds to so much depth. I actually love to take a little more time on hair rendering because this is the only part where you can play with so much textures, so much movements. So I really love this part. And then choosing a lighter shade to add the highlight. And with a hair rendering brush, I am adding the highlight also. I love how every little shadows and highlights making it so real. Then especially where the light would naturally hit. And finally I painted a few thin strands using a yellowish shade just to make the hair pop more. And here is the fun part because you can choose any color to pop out the hair. I am choosing here a light yellow shade, but you can choose any color you like. This will really take your drawing into another level. That will can create a really different style of your own. So here you can experiment as much as you want. So yeah, I almost done with the hair rendering part. This already looking so pretty for me. I don't know if you are liking it or not. Let's move to rendering her clothes. So I kept the same method, like first base color, then shadows, then I will smudge it a little, then I will add highlights. After that I really love to add few more textures using brush strokes or hatching method. That's what I almost do. Now for the background, at first I went with this light butter yellow shade, just some random brush strokes to make it bright and warm, but honestly I didn't like it. And then that's when the idea hit me. I was like, what if I turn this into something more fun? Maybe a water scene. So yeah, I went for it. I changed the whole background to this beautiful teal blue watercolor, added a bit of movement with texture strokes in different colors with a darker shade and a lighter shade. Then I smudge it a little to always give it a smooth finish. Then I thought why not to add some life into it and decided to draw goldfish swimming around her. So after completing the water rendering part, I sketched a few little faces here and there, made sure they were floating nicely around her hair, and also I gave it some different shapes. I chose their fins and tails a little more big to give it a real fun look, and I decided to keep it as a goldfish because I really like goldfish. I love them. Like how cute they are, right? So I think I will draw more 4 or 5 goldfishes around her. Actually, I am trying to balance the whole scenario. Like the way the girl is watching with so much emotions in her eyes, and also the faces are watching at her with so much curiosity. So the whole scene is kind of emotional, also with some sense of pure or some sense of curiosity. So, yeah, I'm trying to be a little more experimental. I'm trying different shapes and sizes for the faces, and I'm thinking to color them orange. Like, I'm trying to draw the gold face. I really love gold faces because the color is so much vibrant, and the orange and yellowish color will give so much vibe to the drawing. See, the color of the face instantly give the most vibrant energy to the drawing, right? I instantly can see the difference before and after. Let's see how it turns out after the all rendering part. I am thinking to use some yellow and bluish tone to enhance the features of gold faces. So for that I am choosing a textured brush first, then I will add yellow color to add the texture on it and see how the difference are clearly visible. And I'm thinking for the next video what should I draw. I don't know, if you have some idea please comment, and you can also challenge me to do or to draw something that I should draw for you. So you are open for it, go ahead and comment for the next video. Okay, I am almost done with the coloring faces. After that, I went around the edges of the water background and I softly erased some parts to give it this pop art kind of effect, like the girl and the fish are popping out from the page. And finally, I added a few water bubbles floating around just to complete the whole underwater feeling. And that's it. The drawing was done. From a simple portrait to a really dreamy underwater world, it just evolved naturally, and I love when that happens. So yeah, that's the whole process for today's artwork. I really hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. So that's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye.